Just like the others hide my face. No one knows it's pulling me under. Feels like I'm running more. Feels like I'm running in circles. Feels like I'm running now. It feels like I'm running in circles. Feels like I'm running in circles. Feels like I'm running in circles.
It's Week 18 of the 2027 season. And up next, we'll see this team's creative quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. We're just moments away from the action. Next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason.
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's already 2 catches for this guy. We haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and If the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And his guys are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
He's coming off such a strong performance last week, Mike, where he did a little bit of everything. Throws for 3 touchdowns, ran for another, but most importantly, leads his team to the big win. I'll tell you what, he has his eyes set on trying to do the same thing here over these next 4 quarters.
Uh-oh. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Back to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The extra point, up and good. And the visitors move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. We'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason at the end of the night. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. 3rd and long. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
At their own 33-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Quick hitting slant there. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So the move is for the field goal unit here. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys are back within 1. It's 7-6.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And you can see he leads the league in rushing coming into this final week. We'll see how involved they want him to be here in this regular season finale. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. Talk about a volume receiver. That's his 90th catch of the season, and he gives his team a 1st down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start. We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. In motion now is White. Quickly to the outside and complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and let's see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. 3rd and long. That's out quickly, and it is caught. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. Here's Austin McNamara now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now 3rd down comes up. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Back to the air one more time. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught.
think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep this one on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It is 3rd and 10. Once again, they keep it on the ground. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up. Here's the punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really 2 types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another 1st down. Back to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. Quick throw taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up. The ball's out. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. A handoff here, up the middle. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the visitors will take a 14-6 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And a milestone grab. Not just a first down, but catch number 100 on the year. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go.
That is intercepted. He's inside the 40. Inside the 10. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
The kicking team on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the visitors extend it to a 21-6 advantage.
Our home team, 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores, as they begin this drive with first down. Right back to the air following that pick six. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They bring their tight end right. Now give on the ground, and he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Taken at the 19. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. He'll look to throw. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in, and he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it, and they say it's 4th and inches.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 24-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
At the 24-yard line.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He completes it to Hutchinson. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of play. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 18 yards on the pickup there, and that will be a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll turn and hand this one off. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 75 yards. It is a touchdown. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the visitors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and throw for it. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's a handoff out of the gun. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. They motion a receiver right. A run now on 2nd down. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And this will be incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the 1st half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the 2nd half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Not just a 1st down, but reception number 70 on the season.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Now a give up the middle. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Results in a 1st down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So it's a win for our visitors. They finished the season on a high note, so now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.